Hello everybody, welcome to episode 14 of the Tamagotchi Connection series. And as you see here, we are still at the rabbit ear stage of this Tama right here. We're doing pretty well though. Our training is almost complete. As you see, we only have one more left to do. And then we'll be fully complete on that bar on training, so exciting there. But pretty much currently we're doing pretty average. I don't know why I flushed the toilet. Most Toms don't even let you do that. It's kind of funny that this one does. But there you go. Pretty simple stuff currently. Nothing too much crazy. Not too much crazy stuff going on currently. But that's not the main point of this episode, because I got something else that I can show off. So I'm putting this down right here and plopping a box down. And as you see, it's a box from eBay. I already removed all the labels or whatever stuff from it. But it's what's inside the box that matters, not whatever else, which is a bunch of brown paper. I know, it's spectacular brown paper. I'm kidding. There's something inside the brown paper. It's more plastic. And more plastic. Ooh. Let's see if I can undo a Ziploc baggie here. Oh, not a Ziploc. It's, I forget what they call these one types. But throw the other piece of plastic down there. I'll go recycle those later. Bleh. Yes, I recycle, by the way. And as you see here, it is a Tamagotchi Connection V2. This is super exciting to have. Sorry, I'm looking at it. I'm like, ooh. Shows all the very similar design aspects. And as you can tell by just looking at both of these, they're pretty much the same shell types. There's differences in backgrounds though, so you see backgrounds are different. There's other differences with this device that we will get to a bit later. Sadly can't do this right now because this one's a bit ahead on the whole year's thing currently. Only by 2 days, but I'd rather have them both start up at the same time. And second off, I also have stuff to do later today, so can't be sitting here running a baby one stage, because that means it's super needy. Don't know why they put a battery in this. Actually, I'm going to finish up setting up, because I know a lot of times you want to finish up the whole setup process. There you go. Just pretty much simple egg currently. Yep, pretty much. Okay, so I want to take the battery out of this for right now. I might reuse this battery. Might not, I don't know. It depends on if it's main brand or not. Which, by the looks of it, it is not. It's a Kiko or whatever. I don't know how old this battery is. I usually like putting main brand batteries in there, because usually main brand stuff usually lasts longer, in a sense. Also because like things about corrosion and stuff like that, like you don't want to use cheaper batteries a lot of the time. It's because of that. So, but we do get a cooler look at the background though. As you see, it's just a random pattern of numbers. It's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Weird little pattern here. Wouldn't have gone with a heart one. I would have probably gone with another transparent one, but to be honest, I just went with whatever one had the better price online. As you see, there's a few scratches on the screen, though none of them look deep enough or whatever, so I can actually probably fix a lot of that with like Polywash or whatever. And to be honest, it still looks really clear on my side and from the camera side of things. So I am pretty excited about that. And soon I will have cases for these ones, because I found out recently that Osu and Mesu cases do work for these guys. All you have to do is just put them in. They also work for later connections if you like drill out a hole in the case. I don't know if I'll do that yet or not. I've been seeing if I can try finding like someone who does repos of those cases, because don't know, I feel weird like destroying an older case. Well, not destroying, but like repurposing it or whatever. I don't know. I might do that, might not, who knows. But as you see there, pretty nice shell design. It is just a bunch of hearts. And that's pretty much it for nice, interesting. Nope, that's about right. The reset's very far down there. This is a very nice condition one, though. This is a very decent condition. A lot of the paint's still there. Not too bad of scratching or anything like that. So, pretty exciting. All the buttons are nice and spongy. Same with this one unit right here. But I'm excited for this to come upon our next run soon. Sadly, we can't use this just yet because I want to start these both at the same time, mainly for like the whole connection aspect of it. So in the Gen 3 run, we'll be starting up this one as well. But for right now, I guess we can like put it in the background or something like that. Okay, maybe not. I have to find a stand for it or something. So, but for right now, it will sit maybe very nicely against my Baku textbooks. No, it will not. Okay. I'll find a stand for that and put it on. But I'm doing really great today at this. But we are focusing on this run currently. So after the Gen 2 run is complete, we'll be starting up this one with this one. So we can do a lot of the connection aspects of it, because that's the cool part about these devices is you have a really cool connection. Man, it's been a while since my camera has done that before, or my little stand has done that before. But we will basically just sit there and be connecting those two together and watching a bunch of those animations happen when that whole process starts. But for right now, we just have these two. I do like the clear shell a bit more. There's clear versions of the V2. Like I said, I just went with whatever I found was nice and cheap or whatever. And to be honest, the shell's not bad. I really like the heart design. I think it should have gone for like a more blue aesthetic, or like changed out the background to like a pink one or whatever, because I feel like that would have matched a bit better with its design. But I'm not complaining. Well, sort of, but not in a weird way. But or I guess I had it in a weird way. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out my thoughts here. But I'm excited to have this though. I'm excited for the run when that comes around. It's pretty cool to see this shell. So I will actually give some tips out for if you're new to the whole like buying retro Tamagotchis or whatever, or retro V-Pets. First off, this is going to be like a sort of guide, I guess. First off, always check the screws, because as you see here, the screws all in this nice condition. You do not want to get stripped screws. Those are a very big, huge hassle to take out, and you just want to make sure the screw condition is in good condition. With older Tamagotchis, it's a bit more harder to say in that aspect, because with older Tamas, they used a softer metal, which can break down pretty easily. So if you do get an older Tama, be very gentle with the screws. A lot of times I just recommend outright replacing them immediately, because they are just way too soft for metal. For example, if I'm using like an older Tamagotchi, I would use a different type of screwdriver here. Or not a screwdriver, I would use a flathead most of the time. But the connections have a bit stronger of a metal, so I don't worry too often. And I don't use a lot of force or whatever when using a screwdriver. Just make sure you use the proper sizing and just keep up with being gentle and stuff with them. Another thing would be to also check like battery contacts and make sure it powers on and stuff like that, which those are a bit more common to ask for. If they won't power it on for you, just in case of like they don't have batteries or whatever like that, usually a simple way to tell that a Tama has been in sort of a good condition is, here, let me take it out here. A bit more unscrewing. Okay. Is you want to check these pins right here. If they have any corrosive or any corrosion on them, then I'd probably recommend avoiding them. Mostly because you don't know the extensive damage of the corrosion. To be honest, if you look around the motherboard and if it still looks fine, you could easily clean up the corrosion, which, for those who don't know, you can clean up corrosion in multiple ways. Like, you can use like isopropyl alcohol, like 99%, clean those off, and that would look really nice as well. So if you're looking at buying some of these older Tamagotchis, make sure to check like the pen contacts. Another thing to do is check for this background here, because I've seen where like moisture gets trapped behind this background. That's another thing to look out for, because that could mean water damage and stuff like that. So just keep a nice good watch of them. For this one, I will be doing a bit of cleanup before the series does start up. because I usually have a tendency to sit down and clean out a lot of these things. Mostly just for the sake of having like button contacts and stuff like work really nicely. I don't know if I'll do a video on me doing a cleaning of a Tamagotchi or whatever, but overall this one is a really nice condition unit. This one is actually very good handled wise. This one has a lot of ups to it, so not gonna complain. Whoever owned this before took very good care of it. And I forgot the eBay seller's name, so sorry about that, eBay seller. I will leave you a good review, though, because you did a really good job at this, and you sent it really quickly, and you were very nice. I guess I should talk about the actual Tamagotchi, though, that we are currently running. So, as you see here, it's pretty much hasn't evolved yet. I am almost done with the training aspect of it, so the next evolution will be, or should be, good. So, we are almost done with that whole thing. I'm excited for the adult stage because that does lead to some really cool concepts or whatever. I'm hoping I can catch the whole pooping instance at least one time on one of these episodes. At some point you can actually catch them pooping or whatever, and you can take them to a toilet and they'll use the toilet, which is a really cool thing. Another cool part about them in their next stage is that they do more of those fancy animations that you can catch them doing. Sometimes you can catch them, like, on the earlier stages, it's more like them rolling back and forth. On the later stages, they'll, like, actually, like, come up close to the screen, do some, like, weird little running animations and stuff like that. It's really cool. It's usually where I got a lot of my, like, weird pictures on Reddit a lot of the times. But for right now, this is pretty much it. Mainly just wanted to talk about the V2 that came in, and I guess go over some tips about care of a V-Pet. If anyone wants a better video on, like, buying used V-Pets or, like, repairing them, I could look into doing that later on. I do have a bit of technical know-how, not that much, but I do know how to, like, keep these up very well and clean them out and everything. So, it's very nice little demonstrations I can do at some point. And probably just talk about customization in general. I don't know. It's one of those things I can look into at some point. If anyone ever wants that or not, I don't know. People are very off and on with that type of stuff. But, for right now, thank y'all for watching. See you next time, and sorry for the longer episode, and a lot more of the weird rambling I did in this episode, because I didn't really get to talk about this dude. This dude hasn't changed much yet. I did record this more earlier in the day, so that's probably why it's like that. And then, sorry for not starting this one up immediately. I just have some things to do later in the day. Which is why I didn't also record this a bit later in the night or whatever. Because usually I record these at night and then we'll post them like shortly after. And today's standard, I'm recording it way earlier, and then when I get off, get off work or whatever, then I'll be posting the episode. So, thank you all for watching, and see you next time. Bye.